What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Outer Rim broadcast. We're on episode 5 now. Cannot
Crazy.
believe it has been over a month since we started this.
I know.
Quite crazy.
And we're still on time for the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part.
We're recording this episode on a Monday, but
That's all right.
it's every week. We're consistent with it, at least. So I wanted to start this episode, Robert, and ask you this question here, or not ask you this question, but read you this quote here. So, the creator of the Acolyte, Leslie Headland, she was discussing, stuff about the Jedi, and this quote has been blowing up, and I personally agree with her. I don't know why it's been like such a hot debate, but I'll read it to you. So, she says, "What I think is so interesting right now is that everybody thinks they're right. The Jedi really think they're right, and George Lucas tells us that they're wrong in Phantom Menace. They missed a huge aspect of the dark side rising. That just felt like fertile ground to look into what's going on for all of us right now." I agree with this. Like, that's literally what happens between the High Republic and where we pick up in Phantom Menace is the Jedi have become so, like, they've strayed, like, so far that, like, they've gotten so complacent. They're warriors and generals when they shouldn't be. You know what I mean? They're supposed to be peacekeepers,
Yeah.
but
and
they
yet
become soldiers.
they run into
And so
war.
she's trying to, like, they want to explore that in the Acolyte, like how, the Jedi are wrong. And I agree with her. Like, George Lucas, that's literally what he said. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so yeah, what do you think?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think the Jedi obviously did get distracted by the war, but not even that, but even like before that, they were starting to get more involved with politics and like not letting anybody, like the council, not letting anybody go help,
Right.
innocent worlds that needed it because it was political and because it was a Republic thing and not, a Jedi thing. But the other thing too is that we have to remember how the war started. It's from Palpatine trying to take over, but Sifo-Dyas and Dooku also rebelling from the Jedi. But they also were
But they allowed it. You know what I mean? That's part of why all that was able to happen was because of the Jedi straying far.
right. And
They became politicians.
Right. And I mean, and the other thing too is that you have to look at, the Qui-Gons and the Dookus before he went dark, and then Sifo-Dyas is like, that group knew that and they saw that and they didn't follow the Jedi, but they followed the Force, and that's the part that that you have to like decide what a Jedi is. Like, are they the ones that follow the Force, or are they the body? Are they the political body? And
Right, and it's like Qui-Gon was trying to go about it the right way, whereas Dooku did it the wrong way, where his distrust of the Jedi allowed him to fall to the dark, which
pushed him
was
too
an
far.
issue.
And even then, he wasn't like super into it. He could use like lightning, but at the same time,
it was killing Yaddle that pushed him over.
yeah,
Like, well, he was already over obviously with Qui-Gon's death, but like him killing Yaddle was what, like, there was no chance of him coming back at that point.
and he knew that
he was
that
gone,
moment, and he was like, "I must do what must be done."
Mm-hmm.
He murked
But
her ass.
so I think it'll be really interesting to see how, like, because the Republic and the Jedi are supposed to be separate.
Yeah,
And an issue that arises, and you see this in Phantom Menace and everything, is the Jedi become like almost a part of the Republic's like government. You know what I mean? Making decisions.
They get a seat in the Senate, don't they?
Yeah,
Because we see the scene with
they do.
Mace Windu and Yoda. That might be Attack of the Clones, but they get a scene with Mace Windu and
I think
Yoda
you're
in the
right.
Senate building on one of the freaking
Yeah, I think
platform
you're
things.
right. And the Jedi Temple, yeah, it was like right there too.
Yes,
It,
almost connected.
they weren't supposed to be involved with it at all. And so, so this is a little like a little far out there, but so somebody mentioned that a big thing about why people might be fighting her on this is it's not what she said, but it's who said it, because apparently she was Harvey Weinstein's assistant. and she may or may not have, known about what he was up to and everything like that. So like some people just don't like her.
I see.
Like I'm not trying to get into all that, but that could be a thing. Like if Dave Filoni said this, people would probably be nearly as.
That's totally a factor. Unfortunately, like people.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Just like take it.
Like I'm not
they
here
take
to
it from that
say,
person, and it's like, well, if somebody else said this the exact same way, you'd say something different.
Right. Like I'm not here to say whether she was involved, and like I'm not talking about that. We're talking about Star Wars here. So it's like what she said is true. It is true. I don't know.
And that's the whole part of like being clouded by the dark side or whatever. Like, yes, but you were also just distracted. Like you weren't sitting and looking at what was right in front of you. Dooku blatantly told you, or Obi-Wan, what if I told you that the Sith Lord is ahead of the Republic? He told you that. So
I'm seeing more of the quote too, a little bit before that, and I think I'm seeing where a lot of more people might have been like mad at her.
Yeah.
So, and I still think she's right here. So she says, I think it's difficult to do a show that is critical in any way of the Jedi. And I think that you saw that with Rian Johnson's film. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that, especially in that moment, people were very nervous about saying this particular institution may not be the light and perfect, stunning group of heroes that are totally nobly intentioned. And I think one thing that I think Dave would say is that they are fallible. That's really the story that George told with the prequels, right? The fall of this particular group. She's 100% right. That's
now,
partly like a lot of...
Is she referencing like Luke's like hermit behavior?
Not just that, but I think like overall, like how Yoda like strikes down the temple and everything. I think what she's saying is, which I agree with her, it's if you say stuff that anything bad about the Jedi, a lot of fans go crazy about that. They think about the Jedi as this like as the heroes, like they can do no wrong, which is not true.
No,
you literally see
not.
this. The whole Jedi Council in the prequel trilogy was misguided.
Yeah.
And Yoda even says it. Mace Windu was a prime factor of that too, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She's completely right. They're not this, totally nobly intentioned, light and perfect group of heroes. Like they're really not. Yeah, they do help people, but at the end of the day, they are a little selfish, They were.
Because they do things, for
they think
the council and for the Republic, and not for
right. They think what they're doing
of everybody else.
Exactly. They're supposed to be like serving the Force almost. You know what I mean? They're supposed to be peacekeepers.
That is what
they're not supposed to be fighting. They're not supposed to be what they were, and that's part of it. They thought they were kind of stubborn and selfish. We're like, no, what we're saying is right. And I think a lot of that blame does fall on Yoda because he was there the longest. He was the Grand Master, and he even admits this.
Yeah, that's why he goes into exile.
He feels a lot of shame himself. Yeah, he should have seen it coming.
Yeah, but again, so distracted from everything else going on, all the politics and the this and that going on, that they just flew right under him.
Right.
No, I mean I agree, and The Last Jedi was wrong for a couple other reasons, but it was also right in a bunch of other reasons as well. So like, there's not really like a
overall,
because you could honestly argue the same thing about Yoda doing the same thing that Luke did. Granted, different reasons, different things. Like Yoda didn't try to kill his nephew, but like, he did.
But see, I've thought about that more, and Luke actually never tried to kill him. Because what happens in The Last Jedi is they use Kylo Ren as a untrustworthy narrator. So you see the event 2 times, and the one that everybody just thinks about is the one where Luke is it looks like he's about to strike him down, but that actually never happens. What happens is this is what's really like made me not hate that movie at all anymore. Is what happens is Luke is just tapped into the Force and he's seeing everything. And so it just instinctively he just turns on his lightsaber, like he's not even like present. It's all he's connected, he's just in the Force, you know what I mean? So he's feeling all this like rage and death, and so he just boom turns his lightsaber on, you know what I mean? And then he snaps out of that connection, and then he's looking down, and Kylo's already awake, so it was over. You know, at that point, that's why Luke was like, no, like because he wasn't actually trying to, and that's what's made me not dislike it as much anymore, is understanding that.
Yeah, I get that, but it's so hard to see it that way when they.
Yeah,
it's just like a subtle like face. Like face. Like
yeah, it's like like the actual story itself. I'm like fine with like the journey that Luke goes through. It's I don't like how he goes through it the whole way. I don't like how it's presented as much, but I don't like hate it. Like I'm fine
I
with
agree.
it now.
It's been long enough to where everybody's cooled down about it, and it's like, yeah, they were decent movies. They were pretty movies.
Yeah, because dude, he's such a good director that he makes the other two movies look like crap.
Yeah,
like honestly, he's the cinematography, the directing. It's so good. It's so good.
It is gorgeous.
It's so good. And then like the whole scene, you know, like some people were mad that
nah, that was
dude,
that
some
was
people
like
some people were actually mad that Luke never actually fought Kylo, but I think that he's literally coming to terms of what a Jedi is supposed to be.
Right.
Not even fighting, dude. He's just de-escalating and then bought time for the entire resistance to get out of there, and he didn't even touch anybody. You know what I mean? Like, how cool is that? It's literally going right back to what the Jedi are supposed to be, you know?
Right.
It's great. I love that scene. And then that eventually inspires the whole fleet in Rise of Skywalker to show up because of Luke and everything like that. But
that's which is another cool thing, because like all the ships in there, like the Ghost is in there. There's a bunch of
dude,
other, like,
and there's Mandalorian ships. There's
yeah,
it is a really good scene. How did they all get there? Who knows? I don't care.
Who knows? Who cares?
I don't care. It's Star Wars. But yeah, so I'm really hyped for the Acolyte. I think that's gonna actually be really good, and I like that she's not afraid to like go into the problems with the Jedi. I think that's great. I'm glad that she has no fear, despite like some like negative stuff that came out about like the Last Jedi and stuff, which I feel like more people like it now than hate it at this point, because I think people have just kind of like realized it's not actually that bad.
So the Acolyte, when is the Acolyte coming out again? I forget.
I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's after Ahsoka though.
Okay, and it's taking place during the High Republic era, or the
High Republic? Yes, sir. Okay. High Republic. That's why we were talking about how like Plagueis could be in it and stuff.
Right. And again, I feel like that's it. Also, kind of Palpatine's like initial
2024.
His initial, okay, so probably like May.
So probably being in March.
March, like the Mando.
Yeah, a year after the Mandalorian season 3.
So
Skeleton Crew is 2023.
Oh really?
Apparently.
December?
Trying
to think when they do other releases.
I would say, yeah. August is Ahsoka. That'll run for like what? How many episodes is that? Like 8?
8 weeks, 2 months.
I think 8. Right. So August, September, October, and then you have like 2 months until, yeah, I could see December for sure. But maybe even like a delay to January, if maybe.
Then you overlap
again
see that. With like Andor and Mando did.
I don't know if they would. I don't think anything will overlap though.
Even December, with that 2 months.
Yeah, no. I don't think it would overlap. But I would say they'll probably try to stick with December or something. Maybe even.
I would think so.
November. I don't know.
Who knows? But anyways, no. Yeah, I was like, I think Palpatine's like initial rise to like political power on Naboo before even Plagueis found him. Like his father was a super powerful politician or whatever, and Palpatine followed in his footsteps, and he was already there. He's already got the crookedness of being a politician. And then Plagueis found him and was like, "Hey, you're actually not half bad."
You know what's crazy is Plagueis couldn't even sense him at first.
Yeah,
like he was. I saw this described as he was so like twisted that the Force was hiding itself from Palpatine. Like he's that evil.
Yeah. Did not matter. Found him anyways.
But Plagueis was disguised as a businessman. That was
Yeah.
his.
Well, a banker,
his
right?
disguise.
Because he was a
Banker,
Mune?
yep.
A Mune.
Which, come on, dude, he's a banker. He's evil. Come on.
That's fair.
Everybody should know this.
I just want to see him live action.
Dude, I will.
I'm
Probably
not,
not cry, but I would have chills if I saw that, dude.
I'm not holding my breath because I don't think that they would do that in the Acolyte. I think it would be a little bit of a stretch. However,
I don't know.
I think it's possible. It's the right time period for Darth Tenebrous.
He could be, being, trained and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, the show revolves around a series of murders. I was like, dude, what if the person doing the murders was Plagueis, or Plagueis and his master, or Plagueis' master, whatever? That could be crazy. And it's like some plot that they're doing. And if one of the episodes we meet a banker who looks like Plagueis, I'm losing it.
Yep.
I am losing it.
Well, they're the banker. I don't want to say banker race.
Don't trust him.
In Clone Wars, you remember the banking episodes with Padme's ex-boyfriend?
Exactly, dude. They're always evil.
The Mune or the Muns. I forget. It's Mune or Mun. I don't remember. That's the name of the race. With the skinny head and all that. That's his race. So we'll see.
Dude, oh my god. Yeah, this guy was cracked, dude. He, so his homeworld is Megiddo. He was,
Yeah.
He's Mun. Isn't he? Isn't that what, is that what Kiadi-Mundi is, or no?
No, he's something different. He's something
You're
different.
right. I'm just thinking of him dying on
Megiddo.
Megiddo.
Yeah. No, that's something different.
Okay, yeah, I see the Muns. Is there any Muns in now it's saying Homeworld wasn't Megiddo.
I don't remember what the Homeworld was.
It says Scipio.
Scipio, that's what it is. That's absolutely because that's the one with the that was the banking episodes at least. That's where the big
And then Munalinst they had a major colony on, but it wasn't their homeworld.
I think Scipio, because I remember.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's his name?
It's in the Outer Rim. Yeah, here's a Clone Wars shot.
Yeah, it's that. But it was the episodes where Padme and I don't know why I can't remember his name.
That guy that Anakin hated.
I don't blame him. Dude. That guy was fishy, so. And he got exposed. But the whole banking episodes and stuff,
Anakin almost killed that man.
He should have.
You see this? There's a Clone Wars shot right here with the red ships.
Oh, yep.
Those were fire.
I think that's what the gunship skin is going to be. The one that's coming out, the 160 one or the 130 one.
Oh, yeah. It's all Clovis stuff.
Clovis.
It's in Senate Spy.
Rush
it's
Clovis.
mentioned in a Senate Spy. First appearance in An Old Friend, The Rise of Clovis, and Crisis at the Heart. I think that's the 3 Clovis arc or whatever.
Yes.
Oh yeah, then they were stuck in the ski a lodge almost looking thing. Yeah, and then the bounty hunter.
Yep.
With the hat, I like that guy though.
Rush Clovis, I think his name was.
That that bounty hunter that was trying to kill them with the hat, the straw hat almost, and then he had the dog. I was actually worried for that guy because he was fighting Anakin, and I didn't want him to die because I liked him.
Is it Emo? Ebu?
Something like that. That sounds familiar. But I liked him because of the episode where they helped the village. You remember that? Where it was a bunch of...
They had a couple other bounty hunters.
Yeah, so I was worried for him because he was fighting Anakin. I'm like, dude, Anakin will kill you, bro. I think he ended up getting away or something.
I think the dog died, though.
No, I don't think so. I hope not.
It's close.
Anakin does not hold back, though. But yeah, so I'm hyped for the Acolyte, dude, because it's going to be, dark. It's going to be Sith-focused,
So I'm just excited to see something that's not in the point of the view of...
Dude, the High Republic,
Jedi,
it's going to be great.
And I did not read the books. I did not read the High Republic books, so this will be my first, exposure
No, I didn't either.
I heard they were
I have some experience with the High Republic, but we'll talk about that later.
I heard they were iffy.
Oh, the books? It's a cool era because it's it's not the Old Republic, but it's similar, but it's closer, obviously to the prequels, and you got Yoda and stuff.
Right.
But the main character, she's a Jedi, and she's a book character that everybody really likes. So. Yeah. So I'm hyped for that, dude. It's gonna be interesting.
I mean, didn't it get announced like almost 2 years ago now? It was only 1 year ago. I thought it was like they announced.
I think it got announced the same time that Obi-Wan did. Something like that, but it was like not even in production yet. It was just like an idea or something.
Yeah.
Like they didn't, I don't think they had a cast or anything yet, but they had like, yeah. So you wanted to talk about the Darksaber, right? The history.
Darksaber. I've always thought about like the true succession of the Darksaber, because obviously we see. So the rules, all right. The rules are, if you beat the owner in combat,
right,
whether they yield or whether they die
yeah,
or whatever, you technically are the rightful ruler of Mandalore, and you take the Darksaber. So, Tar Vizsla, the first Mandalorian Jedi in 1050 BBY, made it as his lightsaber because whatever he wanted
he created it, yeah.
He wanted to live both worlds.
Right, and then it was kept in the Jedi Temple after he died.
Yep.
Which was then stolen by House Vizsla members, which was
around the Old Republic era.
Right, and then it was passed down generation to generation by the Vizslas, and then eventually landed with Pre-Vizsla, who we see in Clone Wars.
So at this point, I'm okay with the succession, right? I'm okay with this.
Right.
It's hitting out. It's in the family.
It's pretty clear. There's no like confusion.
Yeah, it's in the family. Now,
right.
From here,
but
obviously,
Pre-Vizsla was he's not the best person.
No, he's not. He was a terrorist.
He still was a Vizsla technically.
So then, obviously, we know from Clone Wars that Darth Maul challenges him, all part of his Grandmaster plan to rule Mandalore.
Beats him.
Beats the crap out of him. It wasn't even close.
He kills him. He straight up kills him.
Yeah. So he obviously is the rightful ruler. Now here's where it gets a little foggy, right? So once Sidious learns about Maul and Savage, Maul training Savage as a Sith, even though that's frowned upon because there's, 4 Sith at this time because Dooku's still around. Technically, Palpatine and Dooku are like the only like real Sith, but obviously Maul doesn't believe that. So Sidious comes, rolls up. He's like, "Yo, I don't like all this. I'm gonna need to chill out with this."
Yep.
So he goes to Mandalore, and basically challenges Maul and Savage, as we see in that episode. That one of the greatest lightsaber.
He don't even challenge them. He just straight up starts swinging.
Nah, he whips them both.
And he
out.
was having fun.
Nah,
he was just having fun,
he was
dude.
laughing and everything, bro. So kills Savage pretty easily just to get that 2v1 off of him.
Takes Maul prisoner.
Takes Maul, but he doesn't like take him. He just kind of beats him.
He takes him. He gets taken prisoner and he gets held at a separatist prison called the Spire, which is on Stygian Prime. But then Maul gets rescued by Prime Minister Almec. He was that old guy. He's the guy.
He does.
Maul appointed him as like the public ruler of Mandalore, basically. And so he gets saved by him. And then he goes back to a Death Watch camp and was given back the Darksaber, which was recovered from the royal palace where they fought, because Palpatine never even picked it up. They left it.
Yeah, so this is the part...
So Death Watch took it and saved it for him.
So then this is the part where it gets weird.
But, because it's like, technically, Sidious should have been the owner, but he does not care about any of that, so he never even takes it. So I guess, technically,
but hold on. But neither did Din Djarin. He didn't care. Yeah. And yet he won it.
But he still accepted it.
But here's the thing, though.
Sidious never even accepted it.
So some people argue that because I don't believe that Maul used it in the... I can't remember the exact scene, but I don't remember him...
Maul didn't. Maul never used it.
I don't remember him actually using it. He just used his red blade. People say... People... Here's what people are on the fence. People are like, oh, you have to use the Darksaber in combat in order to lose it. But then, to me, I believe if you beat him regardless and he has it, you win.
Yeah.
So if we go down this path, if Palpatine gets it, right, then we have to ask ourselves if Mace Windu beats him. Either way, Palpatine kills him back. So he still has it, and he keeps it until Vader gets it, right? And Vader throws him off of the thing.
And then people were saying that Luke would get it from Vader since he defeated Vader.
Exactly.
But he defeated Vader before Vader took out Palpatine. But you can also say that he still is the one who would get it because Vader dies like in his arms after he defeated him.
I would say that I would call that good. I would say that even though he beats him before Vader, or even before Palpatine does it, technically he
does use the Darksaber.
He does use it. Okay,
after Savage dies, he pulls it out and dual wields.
Yeah, so he lost that. It's over. So technically, Luke should have it. Right, Luke should have it. And Luke never lost, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, no.
Luke. He should have kept it all the way till the end of The Last Jedi.
The Force defeats him. So does that mean the Force is
the
ruler?
So there's that rabbit hole, right? But even if Maul keeps it, and we go down that path,
I would say that's the right path since Palpatine never claims it. I think because Palpatine doesn't claim it, he doesn't get it.
He lost out on that opportunity. Okay, so then we go.
Yeah.
So then the next
we go down
one.
that route.
So then we find whatever he does his thing. We don't see it until Rebels, where Maul takes Ezra to Dathomir.
Maul actually fought Grievous with the Darksaber at one point.
Did he really?
Yep. Kind of crazy. This? That was the whole comic arc that they never released because of like when it got canceled, and then they just turned it into a comic because it was so good, and people really want this animated, which I am praying for because it's like one of the best arcs of the show.
Right.
If it ever drops. Because he fights Grievous and freaking Dooku, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's an insane arc.
Yeah, so then Maul takes Ezra to Dathomir to rid themselves of the curse because they fused the two holocrons together, but they didn't see the complete thing. So now they're still, like, kind of attached by the Force. And so they go to Dathomir to try to rid them of this weird curse by using the Night Sister magic. And Ezra and Maul go in his little cave where he's got like his schizo plans on the walls and everything. And basically they don't really care. Maul was like, yes, your Mandalorian friend would know about this. But then they never touch it. Right? They go do the thing, whatever. And then Kanan and Sabine come in because they're scared for him. So then,
wait, do you see Maul's lair in Dathomir in Rebels?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They go into it.
And you see the Darksaber in
there? Yeah. Before Sabine and Kanan even get there. Him and Maul are just in there because I don't remember what they're getting, or he's just showing them like, I was once powerful. Whatever. So they're starting the ritual, they're doing the ritual. The spirits are all flying around, and then they open up the altar and whatever, and all the spirits are flying around, and Maul's like, don't let them touch you. But that was before Sabine and Kanan get there. So they just run in, like, what are you doing? Get back here. So then they both get possessed by the Night Sisters. So Sabine, while possessed, finds the Darksaber. I think it's while it's possessed.
Whose spirit possessed her, though?
Sabine finds... It's one of the Night Sisters. I don't remember. I think they all like go back to like the Night Witch or whatever her name is, the big one. Mm. I can't remember if she finds it before she gets possessed or after she gets possessed. Either way, she picks it up from Maul's lair. So technically, it's still Maul's to me because she didn't win it; she found it, and Maul was right there. So she gets it and she fights Ezra with it while possessed. Whatever, they get unpossessed and she ends up keeping it because she's just like, oh, what's this? It's on my thing. And she knows what it is. So then she has it for a while. She trains with it. She does whatever.
Right.
She beats Gar Saxon with it. Whatever. The whole story goes by. Gives it to Bo-Katan. So now at this point you could say, well, Maul still has it because she found it.
It should still be Maul's, yeah.
So then if you go down that path, Maul dies to, or gets defeated by Kenobi in Rebels. So then he should have it, even though he didn't have it with him at the time, obviously. So now Kenobi should have it. So now either way, it gets traced back to Vader. So here's the thing. So either Vader gets it in A New Hope or Vader gets it in Return of the Jedi. One of the two. So then if that's the case...
Somebody give Vader his Darksaber, bro.
Exactly. So if that's the case, Luke still gets it at the end.
So either way, it ends up being that the Force should have the Darksaber. Yes. But so it gets destroyed...
It gets destroyed
before Luke even dies, so...
That's true. However, if they followed the true ways, it wouldn't have gotten destroyed.
Luke should have it at the time of, Mando and stuff. It should be his.
Yes. So then Sabine gives it to Bo-Katan. Obviously, that's frowned upon. So then,
right.
Night of 1,000 Tears happen, whatever. That's all not good. She loses it to Moff Gideon, I believe, on that night, right? That's what they explained on season 3. Like, she finally explains it. Pretty sure it was during the Night of 1,000 Tears. Either way, Gideon beats Bo-Katan fairly, so he gets it, and then we all know from there Din Djarin, aka Mando, beats Moff Gideon on his Corvette cruiser, keeps it for a while, doesn't really care about it, uses it to cut up some pig dudes in a butcher.
What I want to know is, why didn't he use it in the Siege of Mandalore arc? Where did he have it?
He did have it. That was the whole point.
He didn't fight Ahsoka with it. Is what I'm saying. You know how he doesn't fight Ahsoka with it? Like, where did he have it at? Because he still had it.
So okay, so now that's another thing. So technically, I forgot about this. So now technically, Ahsoka should have it, right? If we follow the path that Sidious didn't pick it up because he didn't want it. Ahsoka beats Maul technically, right? She's holding her up above the capital city while they capture him.
You're right.
So now Ahsoka should have it.
She hasn't gotten beaten. So.
We don't know.
Do we count Vader beating her?
Do we? I think so. Because he walks away. So again, either way, Vader walks away.
Vader, bro.
Walks away.
I would say he did beat her, and in fact, he would have killed her if it wasn't for Ezra. So Ezra he cheated. They cheated. So it's Vader's.
I would say it's Vader's. Now here's the other thing.
I would say it's Vader's.
So now what I just thought about. If it is Vader's,
it still ends up being Luke's.
Yes. No, but here's what I thought about. If it's Vader's, then when Vader and Kenobi fight in Kenobi in the show, does Kenobi beat Vader?
Yes. Okay.
So now Kenobi has it again.
Not well. I don't know.
But either way, Vader kills Kenobi.
Okay. So here's my thing. I would say Kenobi doesn't get the Darksaber there because one, Vader never yields. Obi-Wan just walks away and he doesn't kill him, obviously.
Okay.
So that doesn't count. But I would also say, does that then mean that he doesn't beat Ahsoka? But because she doesn't ever yield.
It's how we define defeat. No, but she
let's
did.
Be real, she would have died there.
But she would have died, and she ran away. Not ran away, but she got yanked out of the thing. But you know what I mean? Vader was the last one standing, regardless of if she was dead or gone. I would say the
Mandalorians would have said that she didn't deserve it then at that point. You know what I mean? Based off like how they are as warriors, they would say Vader earned it. But would they say that for Obi-Wan then? When he walks away?
I would think so.
I don't think so. I don't think they would say Obi-Wan earns it.
You don't? Why do you think that? I think they would.
Because Vader never yields. Obi-Wan just leaves. They could have still fought more.
Vader can hardly walk at this point. He's messed up.
I mean, he could have mustered the strength to keep going. Let's be real. It's Vader. But Vader eventually defeats him anyways.
So again, either way,
Either way,
Luke
it leads to
gets it.
Vader, which then leads to Luke. Yeah. Give my man his Darksaber, bro. Fix it up, give it back to him.
I feel like they're gonna fix it up. I feel like that's
what I'm saying. Yeah, with the droid that's coming back. 100%. But, dude, that's crazy. I cannot believe it all ends up... Yeah, 100%. It should be Luke's.
Luke.
But if we say that Vader didn't beat Ahsoka, then it would be Ahsoka still, because she never...
Yes, so now let's go down that path. So we don't know that path yet. Ahsoka would still have it. Because we haven't seen her be defeated after that.
We wouldn't say that Palpatine beat her in the World Between Worlds, you know. He doesn't beat her there.
No. No, because she's still there after...
Yeah, they stop him from being able to get in and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I would definitely say...
One of two options.
It's either Luke's or Ahsoka's.
One of three options. The continuity option that we have right now, which none of us like. That's no fun. The second option...
Let's get crazy, you know?
Ahsoka still has it.
It should be Ahsoka's, yeah.
Could you imagine Ahsoka with, like, 2 white blades and then a black blade? That'd be insane. Anyways.
Yeah.
Third option. Luke gets it. And then it just disappears.
Fourth is it just stays broken. And fifth option is it goes back to Bo or something when they fix it. But yeah, that's crazy, man. But there's not enough people alive that could corroborate.
After the finale, after season 3 finale, would you count Grogu as a rightful, or would you call the pilot that drove the ship into the capital city, man? Would he be rightful? X.
No, because Gideon doesn't get it back from Bo.
Oh, you're right. Bo would have it. No, but I mean, if
she doesn't get beat again.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean, like Moff Gideon like broke it. He didn't. I guess he didn't beat him.
Yeah, no, he squeezed her hand.
That was a shady year because
which was holding
a 4-person fight.
Yeah, so that doesn't count. I would say, dude.
So
I don't know if I say I don't think we can say. I don't know if we can say that Vader beat Ahsoka though. I don't know.
I would say so.
I would say so. I think the Mandalorians would see it that way.
Because she got saved. She would have been.
But then again, like, it's not like they're gonna end up. They would never give the Darksaber to Ahsoka or Luke because there's not enough people alive to even be able to say like, oh yeah, no, it should go to whatever, you know.
And they can keep track either, obviously.
They can't even. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
So then there's the other Mandalorians that said that Maul never had it rightfully because he was an outsider and he never should have had it.
Which is baloney. I don't buy it.
I don't buy
That's
that
just
either.
them not wanting him to be the leader. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He earned it. He earned it.
Bo-Katan is half one of those people.
When did they ever say it could only be a Mandalorian?
Well, Bo-Katan was like an outsider will never rule Mandalore, and you could take that as rule Mandalore. You could take that as have the Darksaber and rule Mandalore.
That's her saying they wouldn't be accepted.
Right.
But it's still possible.
But history did not see it that way.
That's crazy, bro. That's a wild loop.
Yeah. So again,
hole,
fourth option, sixth option, whatever we're on. If Maul isn't rightful 25. To have it, if Maul is rightful to have it, Pre Vizsla just dies and then just get passed down to Paz Vizsla.
I would say it would just go to Paz, yeah.
And then it just goes to one of the
which then would
Praetorian guards.
Yeah.
But then it would be Grogu's again.
But they got beat by Grogu.
Oh
God. But they also got beat by Din. Which one did it? Which one got the killing blow?
We'd have to track that down.
You can't even. They all three look the same.
No, they have different weapons though, don't they?
No, they got the same. It's that like electricity staff kind of thing
that
goes
had,
through
nunchucks.
Goes through Mandalorian armor.
Skywalker or whatever. But no. So either Mando or Grogu has it. Path 7.
It'll end up being Grogu eventually, no matter what the hole is, because everybody's dead. You can't. Obviously, it's not going to stay perfectly in line.
Right. Path 6, Mando has it. Path 7, Grogu has it. We'll go with that. Either one.
It'll eventually be Grogu, but I think I would say that, yeah, based off of this, the hole we've dived into, I would say it should have been Luke.
I think it should have been Luke.
Based off of everything. It's crazy.
Crazy thing
Sabine
about
never
though.
even earned it herself. She never even earned it.
Nah.
But she just took it. She stole it. Should have been Maul's.
Yeah, but she also accepted it and she learned how to use it. But she also, I don't know.
Yeah, but that doesn't make her the rightful wielder.
Well, because Maul fled. Maul fled Dathomir because Ezra.
But still, he still has the right to the Darksaber.
So then, would you say he yielded or he submitted and left and retreated?
Nope, they never fought.
But they did, kind of.
They didn't.
Indirectly,
nope.
They did.
Nope. Nope.
So that then you have to count. Does the spirit have the Darksaber? You know what I mean? Then it gets fishy.
It's Luke. Based off all this, it's Luke.
No. Okay, 100%. So here's the thing. So if Sabine has it officially here while possessed, she gets unpossessed by Ezra destroying the altar. So then Ezra technically saves / defeats the possessed soul who has a Darksaber. So Ezra would be the ruler. Oh my god, dude. See what I'm saying?
It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Let's
Luke
just say
Luke has it. It should
whoever
be
has it, you know? Like, it's broken. It's gone. It doesn't matter anymore. The next Darksaber, it's a new line. It's a new lineage.
Not
it's
broken.
new.
It doesn't mean anything though. That has no meaning if it's new.
That's what I'm saying. I guarantee you the Kyber crystal is still fine. It's just
yeah. No, you
100%.
can't. You can't mess with those. But even then,
even if they crack, you can still use them.
Yeah. Okay, Kylo.
That's why Kylo's Kylo's
Did you mention
beam. That's why his is all weird.
Angry Darksaber one. What happens if you bleed
like
the Darksaber?
It's cracked or whatever.
What if you bled the Darksaber crystal? What if it still be black with like a red accent instead of a white?
Dude, I don't even
Would just be violent.
You might not be able to bleed it.
It'd just be a fiery blade.
Yeah. Some people didn't like that. The addition, like
the bleeding thing. I think it's awesome.
I think it's pretty cool, but it used to be that it was artificial crystals.
Yeah, synthetic. That's awful. Fake. That's stupid.
Yeah, I like the idea, dude.
Because then if it's synthetic, you can just make a million of them. That doesn't have a meaning.
There's stuff I need to talk to you about, but you gotta freaking I
have to finish what?
You gotta. There's something you gotta like do, but I can't say what it is because then it's like I'm just kind of spoiling.
Is it from the game?
It may be stuff in the game.
Okay.
That we need to talk about.
Okay, got it.
Yep, you gotta play the game.
Listen, after Friday.
Get your exams done, brother.
After Friday, I got you.
Dude, I haven't been able to play it because I'm waiting for my controller. It's being sent back right now.
I saw you mess with that yesterday.
Because
you got mad at 2K, threw it across the room. Is that what happened?
No. So the PS5 controller I have with me right now, it's the one that came with my PS5, but it's like 2 years old already. So it has stick drift in the right stick where I'll just look up, and like it's so bad.
So funny enough, that happened to me with the last Jedi, with the last Fallen Order game. Literally, my PS4 controller, I think it's PS4. It had stick drift on the right one too, but it would go down. So I just look down mid fight, and I'd be like, "Well, why am I doing this?"
Yeah, we're all trying to like see where you're trying to go and stuff. But then my controller, that I'm getting fixed because I have a warranty on it. It's stick drift in the left stick, so you'll just go crazy, dude, walking around. So like I haven't been able to play. I've played a bit, like I have like maybe 10 hours. Yeah. But like that's nothing in this game. It's massive. So I'm waiting. So
I didn't realize
it's supposed to come Thursday.
I wanted to get it on Xbox One or PS4, but I realized they didn't even make it for those because it's such a big game.
No, they did.
No, they didn't. I looked it up, dude.
That's probably for the better, dude.
It probably is. I wanted to do it because so I can just
it was
lay
having
in bed
performance
and play it.
issues. What's on?
It's PS5, Xbox One S, and PC.
Yeah, that's good. I don't think the other ones would even be able to run it.
No, I doubt it. I just wanted to play it in my bed.
No, that's
Controller.
facts.
So
I just
quick
it's just one of
controller.
those games. That's why I didn't want it on PC. I just got on PS5 because like I like it's easy to turn on the PS5 and just go to a game real quick.
Yeah.
I don't gotta connect my controller to the computer, boot up Steam. You know, you
Right.
get what I'm saying? It's just chill. You don't gotta worry about graphic settings because it's you're playing on your PS5. You know, it's just you just play it.
Yeah.
Whereas PC, sometimes you gotta mess with settings and get it playing right. And I was like, you know, and it's one of those games that's definitely better optimized for console.
Yeah.
So.
You're just controller gameplay in general.
And I can just chill. I just put it on my big screen here, my nice curved monitor, chill in my chair, and just play the game.
All right. Yeah, you don't need to flex like that. I ain't got that.
My $500. No, I'm just kidding. It's not.
No, but possible next episode. Probably not, because it'll only be like half a day of playtime. Maybe.
Yeah, no. And I can't even keep playing. I can't. My controller is supposed to come like Thursday, so I can't even continue to play until then. Dude, I can barely play 2K, and you know, my 2K. I need my 2K.
You can't even watch Rebels either, bro.
I have to play
been
as
3
Kareem and
weeks.
just dunk.
It's been 3 weeks and you're still on season 1.
I know. Yeah, next episode should be Rebels Season 2 rewatch.
It won't be. He'll forget.
Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for this episode.
Literally.
I need to rest my brain after thinking about the Darksaber lineage.
It's something, dude. And I'm sure we missed like 12 other paths.
I need to ask Dave.
Yeah.
Let's get Dave Filoni on our
I'm gonna
podcast.
call up Big D. See what he's got to say about it.
Yeah, we'll just get him on real quick. You know, nothing too crazy.
Obviously, he'll go with the
Ask-
Bo-Katan version.
Even George Lucas probably doesn't even know.
He made everything. He did Rebels. He did Clone Wars. He did Mando.
Yeah, but some of the by
It's
then
his story.
he wasn't working on Clone Wars anymore. So
I
he's
think
not
those
definitely
were-
not in tune
but
with
that
the
was season
Darksaber.
5.
Yeah, he left it like after like 3.
Really?
Yeah, and he would
know
just
that.
give like notes and stuff to Dave.
Well,
But
still, yeah, I'm sure he had some kind of input on that.
yeah, but I don't think he's aware of the rabbit hole it's been down since then.
It's worth the shot.
But anyways, yeah, interesting, very
Who knows?
interesting.
Maybe we'll see something.
But yeah, we'll see you guys. You know, next week.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Probably Rebels episode, but we'll see.
I'm not betting on it. I don't think he's gonna
Don't
watch
listen
it.
to him.
though.
Don't listen to him. He's
actually
a
not gonna
hater.
watch it. I am a hater.
He's a hater, guys. We'll see ya.
Till next week.